Dawkins deals with the problem as to why things aren't changing from one type to another. Why is this not an ongoing process? And his answer is that there were original parent species, and that these parent species were in the past hundreds of millions of years ago, and they're no longer around. In other words, according to Dawkins, all parent species have disappeared. All parent species have disappeared, and what you have now are modern species. Now, I have to ask you the following question. The parent species, were they perfect or imperfect? Well, you say that they're imperfect because they became human beings. But human beings haven't changed that significantly, at least not recently. We don't see those changes. So you have to say that the human being is a pretty sophisticated creature and doesn't really have to change that much to get himself better. Why was the parent species, the parent ape, or the ape-like creature, why was he so imperfect? The answer is he wasn't imperfect either. If that's the case, why did all the parent apes disappear? Why did all the parent reptiles, all the parent fish, all the parent existences, why did they all disappear? All the creatures that we have today are the children, the offsprings of those parent creatures, and therefore they're not changing that much because they've already changed. They've already become sophisticated, they've already become dealing with their environment, and there isn't much to do anymore for them. I guess what? Those parent creatures were around for a long time, and they were dealing with life pretty good, and they were able to adapt. Why didn't some of them survive? Why didn't the original ape-like creatures survive somewhere in this world? Somewhere. This is a big world, a lot of place. There isn't a single example of such a parent creature existing anywhere, with one exception maybe. I'm not really a biologist, but there is an example that I will cite for you, and it's called the coelacanth. The coelacanth was supposed to be the forerunners of those who walked in the water and eventually walked down to dry land, because coelacanth has these fins that are able to manipulate, to move on the bottom of the ocean. And initially, biologists thought that they had become extinct and became these new walking creatures. And unfortunately for them, the coelacanth was discovered in the 50s off the coasts of Madagascar, and by the way, hadn't, the fins, and supposed to be the forerunners of feet, hadn't developed a single stubby toe in about 80 million years. Now, it's a big problem. But the coelacanth, still around, still hasn't changed. Why are there no parent species? Why are there no parents of the apes and the humans around? Why are there no transitory existences at all? All of them have disappeared. If you really believe that, I've got a nice bridge between Williamsburg and the Lower East Side that I could sell you real cheap.